Dear students and working accountants, welcome to my ExpertTallyPrime YouTube channel. My name is Babu Rao. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the default allocation of ledgers, means tax ledgers as well as additional expenses with the help of voucher class. So that's what we are going to discuss. So before we entering into the topic, a request to you, everyone entering my channel and watching my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all so that you will get notification for all the videos which I upload in my channel, and also share my channel with all others. Okay, now another very important thing is everyone visit every video or watch every video till the end. In the middle, you skip the video. If you skip the video in the middle, you will know the topic or the subject up to that point only. The balance you cannot understand and you will not know. So it will be like half knowledge. So it is nothing but it is, not you call it is only waste of time, nothing more than that. So watch every video till the end. If required, you watch more number of times also. You will get a good knowledge, and also you practice or work out in Tally Prime all the examples or illustrations shown in the video, or take some one example also and work out for many number of times. So you will get expert knowledge regarding that subject, that topic in the video. Okay. And also after watching fully until the end, if the video is good, please like the video so that the video people will share that is YouTube channel people, they will share the video to many people, and all the people will get a chance to watch the video and get the and learn the topic. Now we will enter into the topic. So I am going to share the screen. See here. So here generally what we do, is we will create the company. You know how to create the company. Go to Alt K company menu and see alter. This is the alteration page. Also is nothing but creation page. Then if it is newly created, we will go to the company features. If it is already created, we have to press F11 and whatever options we require, the features. So this we select and give the GST details, accept that and accept this. This is completed, creating the company and enabling the required features. Now, when you are making the entries, if you go to the vouchers, so for when you are purchasing, so this is actually, if it is showing accounting invoice mode, that is only for services. So in that case, change the mode, Control H, they select item invoice so that this will be shown. And this vouchers, every voucher will start by default with one number. It will continue with the continuation 1, 2, 3, 4, like see purchases, sales, so journal, that is contra, payment, receipt. Every voucher will start with one, that is with the default numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay. So if you go to purchase, it will get so we'll make the entry. How we will make? By default, we'll make the entry with this number will continue. And when you are making the entries, so what we do, so we will enter the number of the supplier number, and here you will take up, for example, when you are purchasing, you purchase from creditor. So I will purchase from local creditor. Okay. And accept. This is the details of the party. And we are purchasing goods. We know how to create the purchase ledgers, everything same. And now I am purchasing only one HP computer. I am purchasing 5 numbers. So each one will be 35,000. Okay, 1,75,000. Suppose you are purchasing another one, HP keyboard. It will be 10 numbers I am purchasing. It will be keyboard means 500 rupees. So it will be like this. And then after that, we have to calculate the GST. So for that, we already create GST ledgers, CGST, SGST, and IGST. For local, CGST and IGST. For interstate, we charge IGST. So that we create in advance Or here, with the help of Alt C, we create the tax ledgers also. I already created. So this is local creator means same state. So CGST it is calculating. Then SGST created and everything is okay. And now we are calculating this. So in addition to this tax, sometimes the supplier to as we are purchasing this, the supplier they will charge some additional expenses also, like delivery charges or transport charges, insurance, packing charges or packing material. So they may charge. That means they will charge, they will collect from us. That means that we are paying the goods value and tax also, and the expense also we will pay. It is expense to us. So that what we do is after the stock items. The first part is the stock item, and in the second part, after the total, the second part is the meant for ledgers. So after the total, we have to come down to the total. So this is the next item. No item is there. Then click. We are coming down. Now we will enter the additional expenses if there are expenses. If they are charging, we are paying. That is why, for example, delivery charges. If they are charging delivery charges paid, so they will if they charge percentage on the cost. So we will write percentage here. If you do 2%, it will automatically calculate. Otherwise, if they charge lump sum amount, for example, delivery charges 500 rupees, for example, and then suppose if they are making any insurance paid, insurance charges that we will enter, and packing charges or packing material that is also it is expense to us. Packing charges paid, so that will packing charges will be another 500. Sorry, here another 500 rupees and okay. And then we already created or now we will create the CG and GST. So CGST and GST. So this is calculated, and this is calculated. See here, this 500 and 500 rupees. That for every service, the rate of tax is 18%. But here we'll make a when you're creating that legend, we'll make the setting. I will show you later. So these amounts will be the tax will be charged on this amount depending depending on the rate of the stock items. So this amount 1000 rupees is for all the stock items. That is for 1,80,000. This is the expenses. In such a case, if this is 1000 rupees is for 1,80,000, what is the amount for 1,75,000 and what is the amount for 5,000? Since if they are two different rates, if they are all the same rate, then total amount is the same rate. So this is also added to this. The tax will be calculated at the same rate. Here they will calculate in two ways. And for this total amount with charges, that it is 18%. So 9% will be calculated. For this, it is 12%. 6% will be calculated. Here you see, go and see. Alt A, Alt F1. For this, it is 99%. For this, it is 88%. So delivery charges, they are added. They are calculated. They are calculated. How they are calculated is I will tell you. See here, for example, the delivery charges are 1000 rupees. Only one example I will show you. 1000 rupees. This is for 1,80,000. If this is for 1,80,000, what is the amount for 1,75,000? So this is the amount for related to this amount. So 972.22. 972.22 plus 1,75,000. This is the total amount for this. On this, see, I will show you. This is the total amount. Alt S, Alt A, and Alt F1. So here, this is calculated individually for two items. I calculate in total. So here, the total amount is 175,972. That is the expenses. 175 plus expenses. So 175 plus expenses. Say 1,75,972.22 into it is 12%, 18% is 9% GGS and SGST. So 49 means 49 it will be 50. So 15,837.50. So the same thing. This also will be calculated like that, and that is the total amount of tax. Okay. So that is the thing they will calculate. So this is how it will calculate. That we will learn later. I will show you. So what you are doing now, this stock items you are creating, voucher you are selecting, party name and purchase or sales purchase you are giving, and the stock items you are taking. And after that, after the stock items total, below the total, this is meant for stock items, name of item, and this is meant for ledgers. This is meant for ledgers. That is right. So these ledgers we are creating already or at this time of entry, and we are selecting this. So once you created every time, so we are manually we are selecting that. If we select that, the amount will be calculated. Okay, this is how we will make the entry. So this is I made the purchase entry. Similarly, now I am making a sales entry. So sales entry, this is the voucher number. So we are selling to debtor. Sales means debtor, local debtor. I am selling, or we can say we will take up. So we will say interstate debtor. We will take up, no problem. Interstate means other state. So the other state debtor, Tamil Nadu. So okay, sales I am making. So the same thing. So computer, we sold one amount for 40,000. One amount for 40,000, and then the next one is we are taking the keyboard. I am naming two items. Each we purchase for 500. I am finally sell 650. Okay, that's all. And here also, when you are selling, we may collect some additional expenses. Then it is income to us. That is expense. This is income. Okay, that I will show you later when how you are created, how I created. So now for this, the amount is collected. So I will collect the amount. It is income to us. So delivery charges, for example, if there is delivery charges collected, if it is, for example, 200 rupees, and then so here insurance is there. Insurance, we are insuring the goods. Insurance collected. So it is our account. It is 300 rupees, and packing material it's already packed. So we are not collecting, and then we will calculate CGST. So CGST, see here, CGST. Take minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. It is not calculating. I don't know why. So here, so I selected CGST. It is not calculating because this is the local data. No, not local data. It is ID. So interstate data. It is ID means interstate data. For interstate, we have to select. We have to select only IGST. So IGST I collected. This is the total amount. So these are the two different rates. This 500 rupees is calculated item wise, and for each item, some amount is added. For this, some amount out of 500. For this, some amount of 500, and the total it is calculated. You see here, if you go to appendix, in this case, these are the two items separately calculated and added to that item value. So the on that the item IGST means total amount 18% and 12% calculated. Total amount is 7,445 not 6, 7,445 not 6, like this. So here also what we did, here also we enter all items, and after the stock items total value and all ledgers, that is additional expenses as well as GST ledgers. So we enter GST ledgers. If there are additional expenses, they will also be added. So all these are added. How we collect, we created already, or now we created at the time of entry, and next every time we select the ledgers, expenses as well as taxes. So we select this manually. That's what we do. Okay, but now I will tell you, in this case, what we can do is when you select, for example, you are going here back. So we are selling or purchasing, whatever it may be. Sales or purchase, whatever it may be. When you select the voucher, so the name, purchase or sales account, this is purchase or sales, name of the party, purchase account or purchase or sales ledger, and then the stock items which are purchasing or which are purchasing. So when you select the voucher, purchase or sales, automatically all the expenses which are paying in for purchases or which are collecting from sales, so those things and GST ledgers, everything will be automatically, they will come here. That means automatically allocated here. So that can be done with the help of voucher class, and voucher class we're doing now. So with the help of making setting, so this will be automatically, they will come. So once you enter the stock items, so GST will be calculated, as well as these what you call the additional expenses. For these additional expenses will be entered manually, user defined. So for each part, this is fixed for every party. For these expenses will be depending on the quantity, depending on the party, depending on the state. This will be entered manually. So once you will enter them, these will be entered, automatic tax will be calculated. After when you enter this also, the tax will be changed. It will be calculated automatically. So we have to enter the stock items only, then and the stock items only, and then additional expenses we have to enter. That's all. But only amount only we have to enter, and automatically the tax will be calculated automatically. This is what we can do. This is called as what you call default ledgers, default allocation of ledgers. These are all ledgers are allocated by default. Ledgers means tax ledgers as well as additional expenses. How we have to make that? So this is what we did. So there is, so we made entry in the day book, one purchase, one sale on 1st April we made. Okay. Now how we will do it? So both purchase and sales, we have to make a setting in the sales voucher, that is sales and purchase voucher type. We have to make a setting. So how we will make? Go to alter button and then go to voucher type. Go to voucher type. So we'll take the purchase voucher. So if you take the purchase voucher, this can be done in two ways. First, I am taking in another way. In next video, I am showing another method. Okay. So come down here, come down here. So this is track additional cost and then enable defaulting accounting allocation. Default account, that's what I'm doing. Default allocation of accounts, and that we have to do. Okay. So that method we will take up later. Now we are using, with the help of a class, that is voucher class. We will create voucher class here. So purchases will be local purchases as well as interstate purchases. We will take up purchases GST means local. We will take up, enter this. So exclude from the groups. There are groups, exclude, include. So we won't take anything, not applicable, not end of list. We will not take anything. And here, what this is, what is the voucher type and default ledgers. Voucher type, what is the voucher type? Purchase. Here, local purchases, we need not take, it will take automatically. It will take automatically here. It will take automatically, we need not get anything. And 10%, and then override using default items. Okay, we'll give this, that's enough. And come down here, what we will do, we will enter the default ledgers which are going to allocate them directly, by default in the vouchers. First of all, we will take up the expenses. See here, this is purchases. So here, what is this? This is purchases. Purchase ledger means we will make the payment. So delivery charges paid. Delivery charges paid. What is the amount? User defined, whatever they charge. So that's called as user defined. And yes, remove zero. If there is zero, so it will not be taken. Okay. Without zero value means it will not take. Okay. If make yes, even zero value it will take. Delivery charges paid. And then there is insurance charge. For example, there are insurance charges. Insurance charges paid. This also, all these additional expenses are user defined. And then go to the packing expenses, charges paid. For this also, default voucher. And if whatever the other expenses there, all the expenses, we will create them already. We'll create them and we'll enter here. That I will show you how to create. And then GST we will calculate. So what is this? Local. This is GST means local. So CGST already created. That's all. It will take automatically. Then HGST automatically it will take. And then after the taxation, after the tax, if there is any decimal value, that is, there is any value after the decimal point, means if there is any paisa, the invoice value, total value should be rounded off. So when you are purchasing, that rounded off means if the other party round off the sales in the sales invoice, we will also take this. Otherwise, we will not take this. Okay, that is, in some cases, they will charge, they will round off, then we have to round off. If they don't round off, we should not round off, because their amount in their books, sale amount, our purchase amount should be equal. So we will take up round off. So round off we will take up. How we will take up? This round off will be for the invoice price. That is, as total amount round. Total amount is invoice price. Total amount rounding, accept, and then normal rounding method, and limit is 1. So like that we have to calculate. If there are any other expenses, we have to select accept. And then this is for the local. Now we will select purchases IGST. Again, same thing, same thing. This also same purchases only. Everything, sorry. And everything is like this one. Everything. Then come down here. So same thing. When you are purchasing IGST also the same thing. Purchase IGST. So what we will do? So delivery charges paid, user defined amounts, then insurance paid. So that is also user defined. Yes. Then also packing charges or packing material, insurance or insurance charges, or delivery charges or transport charges, whatever it may be. So user defined amount, and then CG. This is called as this is for IGST. So then we select IGST. It will be automatic rounded off. So total amount rounding. Don't take any other amount. Don't take amount that any other. So normal rounding 1. Okay. So this is created. So we created 2. That is for purchase voucher. We created 2 classes. One is GST class and then local class. Another one is, so accept this. This is for purchases. So we'll go to sales also, the same thing. Sales also we'll do the same thing here. This we will take up in another video and come down here, and here we will take up the class here. Sales GST means sales GST. For this also end of list, and the class the ledger is not ledger. The voucher type is sales. Voucher type is sales, and come down here. When you are selling, we will collect. It is income. So we'll take up collection. So delivery charges collected. This is also user defined, whatever we charge, and also insurance collected. This is also user defined value. Then packing charges or packing material. They will say packing material. We collect that packing material user defined value. Then so this is local CGST and HGST. CGST, HGST, and also round off. So total amount rounding, normal method, limit is 1 rupee. Okay, this is done. Then we will go to sales IGST for interstate sales. So end of list. Here also list is voucher is the same sales, and here also we will collect. So delivery charges collected, user defined, then insurance collected, insurance or insurance charges or insurance premium, user defined, then packing charges or packing material collected, it is also user defined, and then it is IGST S, and then round off. So total amount rounding, normal method, limit is 1 rupee. So like this we have completed. So this one will accept. So we completed both purchases and sales. Okay. So now if you go to the vouchers, for example, you are purchasing. That is 1st April we made entry. So we will make another. Now we will make entries for 2nd April. We can make entries for 2nd April, and here that is number 2. Okay. The voucher is number 2, and here what we do is we put the voucher. So for example, 225. For example, 2nd April. So now we are purchasing from local creditor. See here, when you select this one, 1 minute, this alter, these types we can selected. So purchase, so purchases voucher, purchases we completed, and here purchases no, and all these are normal. Okay, this IGST, this IGST. Acha. Okay. Now we are going to vouchers. In the voucher, so that is default. Now we have to take the voucher class now. We have to every time we select the voucher. So the voucher is selecting voucher is purchases. It is default. Not don't take. Actually, when you open a voucher, mostly it will be by default. It will be payment. So what is the required payment? We require purchase voucher. If you click the purchase voucher, select the voucher, automatically the expenses and the additional expenses and taxes round off all the ledgers after the stock items, all this will come automatically. So here we selected purchase. In that, it is local or non-local. It is local. If it's local, we select GST. If it is non-local, we select IGST. If we select GST, automatically selected. See all the expenses, and CGST and GST round off everything is there. And when you give the stock items, automatically the GST will be calculated. And when you give the only amounts, when you give the value for these expenses, okay, these additional expenses, so that will be calculated. So for example, 225. So purchasing from local creditor, accept. Then you are purchasing laptop, Dell laptop, 5 items. Okay, 30,000 rupees. Okay, and then only one item you can purchase, no problem. And then we are purchasing Dell mouse, 10 items. Okay, it is about Dell mouse will be 700 rupees. 700 rupees we are purchasing. Okay, see, for this we are entering, so it's already automatically it is calculating. Okay, and then total only 2 items. Then come down. Suppose if there is any expenses, that will be given, the value will be given. If no value is there, we did not enter anything. After accepting the ledger, the items, that is the ledgers without value, zero value, accept no. So zero value ledgers will be closed. They will not be available. For example, yeah, delivery charges paid. For example, we take 500 rupees. 500 rupees delivery charges, insurance charges, no insurance charges, not give anything. Now packing charges also 500 rupees. So here, so tax is completely under the amount rounded off. Okay, and these packing charges added to this proportionate admin, proportionately, and tax is calculated. Say for example, say the total amount, if these rates are same, then okay, total amount plus this amount and the total tax will be calculated. There are two different rates. That is why these additional expenses will be distributed as per the total value. For example, the additional expenses are, I will show you one example. I'll show 1,000 rupees. This is for 1,57,000. 1,57,000. For 1,57,000, this is the expense. Then what is the amount for 1,50,000? 1,50,000 means, see, 955.41. 955.4, it will be rounded off. Now 0.41 plus amount is, original value is 1,50,000. So the total amount is 1,50,955 for the first item, including additional expenses. Now you see, you go to here, Alt F, Alt A, Alt F1. If we see, the total amount is 1,50,951.45. That is including the expenses. They are calculating separately. I calculated the total amount. It calculated separately. So 1,50,000. So on that 9%, 9% calculated. See, it is into 9%. 9% will be, see, 98 means 98, 6, 99. So 13,585.99. This is rounded off. So after 9 it is 6. So it will be 9. So rounded off. Like this. The other one also will be calculated. The other one also will be calculated. So 500 plus 500, total 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees divided by 1,57,000. In such a case, what is the amount for 7,000? It is 4459. 4459 plus 7,000 will be 7,044.59. Okay, go and see this here. Alt A, Alt F1. See, including the charges, 7,044.59 paisa into the second one is 12%. So CGST just will be 6%. Into 6% will be, say, 422, 65, 7 plus next 5. It is rounded up to the nearest 5 and more. So 68, 422, 68. So that is how it is calculated. Okay, it will calculate like that. So like this, we completed the first entry. That is, we purchase from, we purchase, sorry, it will, we can click it here, it will come, last coming. Okay, so here automatically it is done. That is the invoice, new reference, that is bill wise details. Okay, so this is purchased. So we will see one thing. Now we will purchase 552, 525. So now on the same date, we purchase from, that is interstate creditor. IC means interstate creditor. So accept, party name is Andhra Pradesh is from. So now we are purchasing again HP computers, 5 numbers, 35,000, and HP keyboards, 5 numbers, we will purchase it 10 numbers, 500 rupees. We are purchasing. See here. Sorry. When you are purchasing now, voucher. Whenever you are doing this is already coming. And here, anyhow, again you press this one, select. See, this is showing, the old one is showing by default. Now we have to select the IGST, that is, it is interest rate. So click F9, purchases. Now select IGST. So the thing relating to IGST will come. So 525, purchasing from interest rate creditor, and accept, and purchasing not Dell laptop. Sorry. Purchasing from interest rate creditor, accept, purchasing HP computers, 5 numbers, 35,000. Rate may be different, you can change. And this is your purchasing 10 numbers, 500 rupees. So see, this is when you select the voucher, automatically default ledgers. This is for interest rate sales. That is why interest rate purchase. So only IGST you are getting. And here, when you enter the rate value of the stock items, automatically the IGST is calculated and come down to the total. And when you give the expenses, then that will also be calculated. So we are purchasing, it is expense. So if there is percentage, we will give percentage. If they give percentage in the voucher, in their sales invoice, we will also enter purchase. Percentage. Here, for example, this also I will give 500 rupees, and insurance paid I will give now. Insurance paid I will give 500 rupees, and packing charges I am not giving anything. Okay, so here that is rounded off and everything is done. This is accepted new reference. See, in the first invoice, see here 2 purchases we made. In the first one, that is local creditor. Here, these 2 are there, no insurance charges. So it is not taking. So zero value will not be taken. And this one, in this case, insurance is there, delivery charges, packing is not there. The 3 are there. Only the ledgers with values only will be taken. So others which are not calculating anything, they will disappear after accepting this one. So this is what we are doing, purchasing. And now we will go to sales. Again, voucher we will go. So purchase voucher, by default it is there. Generally, by default it will be payment. We have to select now sales. Sales we are selecting. In the sales, what you want? See, GST means local or interest rate. We are selecting GST. Okay. So here from local, we are selling to local person. So debtor. So local debtor. For example, local debtor. This is taking local we selected. So local debtor we are selecting local debtor, and we are selling Dell laptop 2 numbers, and each one 35,000. Example I am giving, and then Dell mouse 4 numbers I am selling for 850. For example, 850 I am selling. So when you enter this, so when you select that in local sales, so the local CGST and HGST and all the expenses are coming. These are common to purchase and sale. So CGST and HGST, we are getting local sales. And then when you enter the amount, stock items, the amount is calculated and come down. Now we will give the delivery charges 250, insurance charges 200, packing charges 250, for example, total 700. So there is round off amount. If there is already the voucher is, invoice amount is round off, no fraction, no decimal value. So this should show here, but here the total, here the amount will not be there. So when you accept this will disappear. In all these 3 are available, so 3 will be there. So like this we will calculate, and this is the invoice number 2, that is new reference. So number 2. Then again we will go to this one. I will go to F9. F8. F8 I am checking, and F8 now we are taking IGST. Every time when you are using the voucher, you have to select the voucher only. Otherwise, the default previous voucher will be there. So this is for, see here you can see voucher class sales IGST means interest rate. So I am selling to interest rate person, interest rate creditor, interest rate debtor I am selling. Okay. Interest rate setter I am selling. Interest rate means Tamil Nadu. Accept. So I am selling now this one HP computer 2 numbers for 40,000, and then Then I'm selling HP keyboards, 4 numbers for 650. Okay. And then amount is calculated. IGST amount is calculated on this. Now, see, delivery charges, for example, 200. Insurance is not there. Then packing charges 200. So that is automatically calculating. So there is fraction amount. So it is showing round off. Otherwise, it will not show. Okay. Now we go and see here. It is calculating in the same way. So these two are separately calculated. For 80,000, it is added. That is the total amount. For 2,600, it is separately calculated and it is added. And on that, tax is calculated. Okay. So this is the amount. Same thing will be done. So this is about the automatic default loading of, this is local na interstate. Okay, so default allocation of ledgers, that what are the ledgers after the stock items, we will add the ledgers, tax ledgers, and also other additional expenses also. For this there is another method we will take up in another next video. And sometimes what you are doing now here, so in this case here alter and going to voucher type, see in the purchases as well as sales, purchases as well as sales, purchases we are getting here, we are getting purchases GST local, purchase IGST interstate. For sales also we are creating, for sales also we are creating sales GST local, and for sales IGST we are creating for interstate. Okay, so in both the cases, purchase and sales, instead of creating two, what we can do is simply sales taxable. So tax is calculating. So simply sales taxable means local or interstate, both will be covered. So just simply give sales taxable and simply give here purchases taxable, only one class, purchases taxable. And if you give like that, and if you give like that, that is total local and interstate. In this case, here we have to give CGST, HGST, and IGST also. So if you do like that, what will happen when you go to the voucher? When you go to the voucher, select purchase or sale. Here, what you will select here, we will select when you put sales, it will ask you not to, it will ask you sales taxable, then exempted. In this, no tax will be there. Exempted and related we can create. But I am creating only any whatever is there, we can create. Sales taxable if we create, that when those it will ask you sales taxable. So for that we give three taxes. The expenses will be same. Here CGST, HGST, IGST will be shown. And then when you give the, when you are selecting the party, depending on the place of supply, party's place, then the tax will be calculated. If it is local, that party is, this will show sales taxable. That is the class. And here, if the party is local, CG and SGST will be calculated, IGST will not be calculated. So if you accept a voucher, zero value IGST, it will not be shown. Any expense, there is no value, it will not be shown. And if it is, if the party is interstate, then after giving all these things, IGST will be calculated. CGST and HGST will not be calculated. I will show in the next video with another method. Okay, in the there I will show you, if you select not separately for interstate and local, the single voucher we can select for both local as well as interstate. That we will show in the next video. So like this, we will say this is allocation of, that is default allocation of ledgers, expenses and taxes. So that for that you have to select the sales or purchases. Voucher if you select, then it will ask you the class. We created the class. So that class we select. So depending on the class, the ledgers will be shown. Generally expenses will be same. Depending on the class, these taxes will be different. Okay. Like this is what we do. This is called the default allocation of ledgers. So in the next video, so the same thing in another method. So creating class with, not with the class help of class, without classes, how we can do, without classes how we can create, that we will see in the next video. Without classes, well, as well as some other calculation type, that is tax is calculated on the basis of the stock items value and the rate. So another method we will calculate. With this I close this session and wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye.